What's up, guys? I'm EJ, and this is Kendall here, and we're back with another Summer League recap. Now, Kendall, we've seen 2 more days of action. We really were excited to talk about some of the guys we didn't get to see. One of them was Nikil Alexander-Walker from the Pelicans. We saw him.
Yes.
What did you make of what you saw from him? I thought he was sensational on Wednesday.
Oh yeah. I mean, all jokes aside, obviously I had him as the number 2 point guard coming in, so I'm very excited about the way he's played. We did a video on him earlier, and basically everything that I talked about in that video, we saw live. The feel for the game, the leadership skills, the scoring ability, the ability to play both guard spots.
Yeah.
The only thing that you worry about with Nickeil is just the deep Pelicans backcourt. Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, Frank Jackson, who had 30 points in his debut.
Yeah, he looked great
in the summer league. So, I mean, look, talent is not necessarily something to be ashamed of. If you're David Griffin, having a lot of guards, and Jackson Hayes is another guy that looked good as well. But New Orleans, I think that's a good problem to have, having a lot of good young point guards.
Yeah, I mean, Nickeil, I think, had one of the most impressive performances I've seen since I've been here for the last 3 or 4 days. I mean, you talk about his versatility. I mean, he's playing the 2, and he's like an effortless scorer. And then they take out the point guard, and he goes to the 1, and he's running the show. I mean, I forgot who they played on Wednesday, but they killed them.
The Knicks?
Oh, yeah.
No.
It wasn't the Knicks. It was Cleveland. There you go.
Yes.
They killed Cleveland, and his ability to show his passing ability, his ball handling, his ability to finish at the rim, his jump shot. He's a complete offensive player. He was really strong.
And Jackson Hayes in his debut, which Nickeil had 23 in that game.
Yeah.
But in his debut against Chicago was really impressive. He didn't play as good in the game against Cleveland, but Jackson Hayes is somebody that he may take a year, but he's going to be a rotation guy and maybe a starter really early in his career. Real quick on that Cleveland game, I'm a little disappointed that Garland and Colin Sexton haven't played. Garland, you want to make the excuse he was hurt. Fine. I mean, he worked out and stuff, so Cleveland's not that hurt. But yeah. I really think Colin Sexton should be out here working on his game. He had a solid rookie year, but when I see someone like Jared Allen in his 3rd year playing, he was a starter in the playoffs and still playing in the Summer League multiple games.
Yeah.
I look at that guy and I say he wants to get better. He loves the game of basketball. I'm not say Colin Sexton doesn't love the game of basketball, but I would just prefer to see him out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of been a theme for the entire summer league for me. I was disappointed in how many guys didn't step up to the plate and play. Really, I think DeAndre Hunter playing 1 game and then now pretty much shutting
Culver
it down
played,
is ridiculous.
Cam
Culver not
Johnson.
playing. All these and then some of these second-year guys who I think definitely could have used the time to get out there and play, not getting the time. I think these teams are a little spooked by what happened with Kevin Durant and his Achilles, and now they're being extra cautious.
Yeah, I think these are all team decisions.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I commend like the Knicks and I commend the Brooklyn Nets. I commend some of these teams that have been thrown out. We saw Oklahoma City today. We saw Hamidou Diallo. Yeah. Like those guys need. I think it's beneficial that they do get this time. I thought it kind of sent a bad message to some of these guys, especially some of these rookies that haven't proven anything. Sitting out. But speaking about Hamidou Diallo, we saw him today. What'd you make of what you saw from him?
Yeah, Hami. The way I put it is, you put it yesterday about Anthony Simons talking about. Yeah, he's a guy that looks like he's played against Lillard and McCollum, him and Gary Trent, and practiced against those guys. Diallo looks like a guy that spent his rookie year getting work from Westbrook and Paul George.
Yeah.
And now looks at this and is like, I'm playing against dudes. G Leaguers, and it looks a lot easier for him. The numbers weren't great, but he's not a high volume guy to begin with. I don't imagine him being a 25-point scorer, but you could tell he was a pro out there. So I was impressed with Hami.
I like what he played too. I think he played under control. To me, he wasn't looking to get numbers, so I didn't really worry about the box score.
He played good brand basketball.
Yeah, he played good brand basketball. He's up against Gary Trent, and they had a pretty good one-on-one battle. I liked what I saw from Hami. He showed the athleticism, showed some good passing.
Kevin Hervey, kid from OKC, 2nd-round pick last year.
He really looked
kind of came out of nowhere. He's been arguably their best player in summer league. He may be a guy that ends up being the rotation for him.
On Thursday night you can make the case he was the best player on the floor. I mean, he was that impressive. His jump shooting, his athleticism around the
basket. Where he came from, I have no clue. Shout out to Kevin Hervey.
Yeah, no, he was good. What about Rui? We got to see Rui Hachimura from the Washington Wizards. He had a really solid game. I think he ended up with like 23, 25 points.
25 and 9.
I thought he looked really strong. And what's crazy about him is, I thought the first half in that game he kind of floated around, and it's one of the things I think even at Gonzaga I saw happen sometimes. He was playing on a very talented team, so they were able to get away with that. Sometimes I want to see him. This is a game he got 20 or 23. He could have got 35. But like sometimes he kind of allows other guys to kind of guard him,
get in their own rhythm. Sometimes even his teammates, he plays another guy plays a good brand of basketball. Doesn't really force the issue, but Washington needed him to force the issue, and they want to see him force the issue because look, he's going to be a starter on that team. Yeah. It's good to see that he is willing to play sometimes a secondary role, because the guards on Washington were taking a lot of shots. That's going to be Bradley Beal. And Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, it's true.
So Rui, no more Bobby Portis, no more Jabari Parker. He's going to probably start from day one, but he's absolutely shown he's an NBA-ready player.
And what was really exciting to see today was so many of these teams understanding that, small ball fives are the new wave. And seeing Rui, I saw him play a little bit of five at Gonzaga. I wasn't sure how much five we'd see him play in the NBA, but here in Summer League, they're having playing small ball five. He's going against Bruno Fernando and taking it to him.
Yeah,
you're talking about 6'11", brolic, strong, athletic dude, and he could not handle Rui.
Yeah, this is why we had Rui listed as a big in our ranking video.
Exactly.
Is that going forward, that's probably the spot where he's most effective, playing the 4 or 5. Whereas he's playing the 3, his handle's a little weak, his jump shot needs to get better. But those things will come.
But he had some threes. He had at least one. I think he showed some range.
He's a good pick and pop guy, good pick and roll guy. He's gonna be dangerous, man.
Yeah, he was super impressive. We didn't see the full game, but even the little bit I saw from Captain Gale, I really liked.
Yeah, he's played well in Summer League in general.
Yeah.
Jerome Robinson's been up and down.
So the thing about Jerome Robinson to me is I like his. I feel like I see the scoring ability. I see the shooting. I think sometimes what I saw from him in the Summer League, and I saw from him last year, and I saw from him today, sometimes he plays a little sloppy.
Right.
And I think that
it's a little disappointing for a junior.
Right, yeah. For a guy who's supposed to be now going into his second year, who's an older player, I think I would like to see him play a little more under control and not so because the guy can shoot the lights out. The guy can score, but you're not helping yourself if you're losing the ball every 2 other plays.
Older players staying under control. Your boy Grayson Allen, EJ, had a little bit of a meltdown in the last game that we watched in Summer League against the Boston Celtics, my Boston Celtics. Everyone on that team played well. If you want to hear more on Carson Edwards, watch our last video.
Yeah, but he was great again.
But he was great. So was Waters, so was Taco, so was Grant Williams.
Yeah.
But Grayson Allen, kind of a dud. He's played well in Summer League more or less, but in this game showed some of the signs of some of the stuff that people didn't like to do.
Yeah, this was extremely alarming to me. If you don't know, he got ejected in this game.
Yeah, tried to fight Grant Williams.
2 flagrant fouls in back-to-back plays. This wasn't like, he had a flagrant foul later in the game. He got hit with another one. These were back-to-back plays, 2 very intentional flagrant fouls.
The disappointing part for me was Taylor Jenkins, the new head coach, coaching the Summer League team, which is unique. Put his arm around Grayson after the first flagrant and said, calm down or whatever he said.
Yeah, he's consoling him like he's Coach K back at Duke.
Yeah, and next play, you go. This is an audition for a new team, playing in front of your new head coach, and you have no equity with this organization. If this was Utah, at least, all right, they know me. They know I'm a little hot-headed. Memphis, you're supposed to put in a good first impression. A little disappointing. I'm a guy that I love Grayson. I love the way he plays. I love. I think he has some talent, but very disappointing.
Yeah, this was clownery. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I don't want to go at him like that, but. For a guy to have that kind of reputation and for the book on him to be that he's a guy who loses control, to me, he quit in this game. The Celtics were getting blown out by the Celtics. He was having a miserable game, being outplayed by both of the guards, really even 3 guards if you include
Green.
Yeah, Green, and even the dude with the dreads.
Ray.
Yeah,
Kendrick Ray.
Who he is a couple of threes.
Yeah.
He's getting outplayed by all these guys, and he went back to what he always does. To me, he quit in this game. And he got himself ejected. And for a guy who's supposed to be an older player, second year, this was just an embarrassing showing.
Right.
And it tells me something that even when we got to this point in his career, he's still doing this. I was very disappointed.
Last thing, Brandon Clark played well all Summer League. Didn't play well in this game that we saw. Mm-hmm. But, he's shown why people were so high on him.
Yeah.
I thought Robert Williams also looked really good. So
yeah,
I'm excited for him. He might be a starter for Boston next year.
Yeah, I agree with both assessments. I thought that, again, this game was unfortunate. I thought the Memphis guards played really poorly. Right. So we didn't really get to see Clark. But we saw him flash a 3-point shot. We saw some of the athleticism flash every now and then.
On defense, especially.
Yes, and it was good seeing him get matched up with Bob Williams, who I agree also was impressive. I'm very curious because the Celtic front line is so thin, how much the Williams boys will be playing for the Celtics this year. I think it could end up being a lot. And we saw they already had really good chemistry. I thought Grant hit him with a really nice alley-oop on the fast break.
Yeah, so people are calling it, because Rob Williams is the Time Lord, they're calling it the space-time continuum. Because, what you call it, the NASA guy. Grant Williams, so.
But, I mean, we've had a blast here at Summer League. We will have plenty of more to talk about from Summer League on our New Generation Sports Talk podcast. You can find that on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and TuneIn. But it's been a great time in Vegas. Hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage. This is Kendall. I'm EJ. Take it easy, guys. Peace.